this ANEC panel was introduced. And everybody was happy, now believing that the election will now be secured. There was now approved also, what people believed was there will now be transmission of results from that put in center to the ANEC portal. And you can see your rooms and comfortably view it. This had happened, we had a lot of implication, people found out a man to vote, only to discover at the end of it that the thing was optional. And then they used the manner, collected results, and then declared their results. People were very unhappy. So for all these things, I couldn't have expected that the Senate, who should be the conscience of the people they represent, fail to understand that Nigerians are suffering so much. And the simple problem we are suffering for this election over all this is the fact that election results are not protected at the source. We rely so much on patterns from human beings. We rely on trust. It's not what it should be. We should rely on law. The law should be clear and ambiguous. The result should be transmitted electronically. Whatever comes there should be found. But they didn't do it. And so Nigerians are disappointed. And I'm people disappointed with them. That's what I have to say.
Right. Now, there are ongoing protests today at the National Assembly. What do you think about the idea of protesting? Would you say that there are justifications for this protest?
Yes, I claim justification because the idea of protesting in democracy is to help shape the authorities to know that people are not happy with what they are doing. To remind them of the rights of the people. That they are right to peaceful protection if something is not moving well. And that's what they are doing today. Yes, I will urge them to protest, but peacefully. In fact, I want more Nigeria to be part of it, to make the citizens understand that we are not happy at all. But then it should be peaceful demonstration. That's what is allowed in law, and that's what we should be using because that's what democracy is all about. You can give your dissent through peaceful means. And so I would say that what's happened today at the Senate, at the National Assembly is beautiful. And I think the Senate should listen to them, do what they want, and then ensure that the free and fair election is guaranteed in 2027. We have joked enough with this relying on human beings to be our debtors. We want now to rely on the position of the law. That's my take.
Right. Now, speaking of free and fair elections in 2027, Dr. Dechina, what's your assessment of the current leadership of INEC and its capacity to give Nigerians credible elections in 2027?
Thank you very much. Well, the current leadership of INEC is Professor Joe Amokutan. Well, we have confidence in his education is sound. He has so many credentials that are good. And we love that. And we believe that he can handle it. And particularly too, his 5-point agenda is moving toward what Nigerians want. He said that it will be free and fair election. He will build confidence on the public again on electoral processes. Pray that we ensure that the legal frameworks are enhanced and bettered, and the better apathy will be reduced, and through that will strengthen technology and electoral processes. Beautiful. We like that. But then this is a time for this to start. We don't want to rely on him simply because he has said these things. We want this as a practice. We want free and fair election. Well, the only way to get free and fair election is by ensuring that the election results are protected at the source.
President Bola Tinubu on Monday promised Nigerians that the Nigerian government would defeat insurgency and banditry, two security challenges confronting many states in the country. The president was speaking as he opened the second edition of the National Economic Council Conference in Abuja. Correspondent Wambeze Njoko reports.
The president took his eyes off his written speech, making full eye contact with the camera to make Nigerians two promises. One, on food security through an imminent mechanized agriculture in 7 key states. The second, on defeating terrorism.
I promise you here, I play my part. There are 7 stone and zones, states, of mechanization that is coming. I promise Nigeria that this will be delivered. And I'm living here again to further find means to strengthen our security forces, to defeat terrorism and combat it. That I promise you is what has kept all of us sleepless at night. But I assure you that we will win with determination and resilience. We will overcome.
The president's method seemed to say, take my word for it. Hold me to account. And the president's other comment, especially about the performance of the economy, had credibility challenge. The president praised the central bank governor for creating exchange rate stability, taming inflation, and improving Nigeria's macroeconomic situation.
But we have one governor who is not a member of a tenorized constituency, a very ad-not governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Kadoso. I will say no to everything. I hope he will address you on the liquidity problem that I am facing as the president. But I congratulate him on the sustained stability of the economy, exchange rate, inflation going down, and all aspects of our macroeconomic situation being achieved.
In the same breath, President Tinubu acknowledged that the National Economic Council Conference was holding at a juncture in Nigeria's economic journey, during which the nation was witnessing infrastructure gaps, poverty, and macroeconomic challenges.
Nigeria stands at a defining crossroad. We face inherent structural challenges, including macroeconomic imbalances, infrastructural deficits, unemployment, poverty, climate vulnerabilities, and limited physical space. Yet, our people possess the resilience, creativity, and determination to overcome these realities.
However, the president assured the National Economic Council that the renewed Hope Roadmap was a sure way out of the economic woods, which should stir hope in the Nigerian citizenry.
The Renew Hope agenda is a national compact, a promise that the sacrifices of Nigeria will lead to a stronger, fairer, and more prosperous nation.
The National Economic Council Conference is attended by all state governors, the governor of the central bank, and development partners, with 30 out of the 36 governors now belonging to the ruling All Progressives Congress APC. The outcome of the second edition of the conference could as well be the promise of the ruling party before the next election. In Abuja, I'm Nwabueze Njoku for Signaturetv News.
President Bola Tinubu has met with General Dagvin Anderson, Commander of the United States Africa Command, alongside senior American and Nigerian security officials at a presidential villa in Abuja. The AFRICOM delegation visited on Sunday, highlighting the ongoing cooperation between the two countries on defense and security issues. The high-level meeting was attended by Nigeria's top security leadership, including the National Security Advisor, ENUGU Ribadu, the Minister of Defense, retired General Christopher Musa, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, and the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu. Also present were the Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, Mohammed Mohammed, the Director General of the Department of State Services, Toshin Ajayi, and the Chief of Defense Intelligence, Lieutenant General Emmanuel Nyodiandeye. The American delegation included the United States Chargé d'Affaires in Nigeria, Kate Henfen, African Senior Foreign Policy Advisor, Ambassador Peter Vodman, and the Command Senior Enlisted Leader of AFRICOM, Command Sergeant Major Garrick M. Banfield. Although details of the discussions were not disclosed, the meeting comes amid strengthening security cooperation between Nigeria and the United States. This cooperation aligns with Nigeria's ongoing counter-terrorism operations in the Northeast and Northwest, as well as wider regional stability concerns across West Africa. A torrential downpour in ENUGU caused widespread disruption at the Holy Ghost terminal, leaving the area heavily flooded for several hours. Persistent rainfall overwhelmed drainage systems, submerging walkways, trading areas, and access roads, where traders and communities struggled to protect their belongings and find shelter. Temporary structures collapsed, debris was washed across the terminal, and traffic movement slowed significantly across the axis. Although no buses were affected, the flooding exposed ongoing concerns over drainage capacity and urban infrastructure in the area. Commercial activities in Onitsha main market improved slightly on Monday, February 9, 2026, following the indigenous people of Biafra's directive terminating the weekly Monday sit-at-home across the southeast. Observations indicated that about 70% of traders returned to their shops, reopening businesses that had remained shut last week. However, customer turnout, especially from outside Anambra State, remained minimal, with many major roads linking Onitsha to neighboring states still quiet. Some traders reportedly stayed away from markets themselves, sending apprentices to conduct business on their behalf. Those present cited lingering fear of attacks by hoodlums, but previously enforced a sit-at-home order in Onitsha major markets. IPOB's Sunday directive, personally issued by its leader, Mazi Nnamdi, calling for the resumption of normal human activities, appeared to have encouraged traders to return. Still to come, legal practitioner urges proper documentation, lawful debt recovery for businesses. NAFDAC says amoxicillin not banned in Nigeria. These and more after the break. Stay with us.
Get plugged into the heartbeat of entertainment on The Hub, your ultimate show on eVibes. From trending stories and social media drama to top charting music, must-watch movies and exciting moments from the world of arts, we've got it all. Join us for unmissable conversations with your favorite entertainment personalities, plus fun segments every week.
I should try harder, so...
Okay, I don't know that one.
Outfit of the day.
Oh, I don't do that. That's some Gen Z stuff.
Oh, now you say it's a Gen Z stuff.
It's everything you love about entertainment, served fresh every week at 1 p.m. with weekend repeats just in case you missed it. The Hub's on eVibes, where the vibes never stop. Only on Signature TV.